Episode 4. I'm noticing that I start every episode by pointing, like Ace Frehley. And although this time I didn't say I'm back, because I think I've always said I'm back when I did the album discographies. I said I'm back when I've done these ones. I've said I'm back. I am back, but I'm not going to say it this time, although I've already said it 2 or 3 times. Episode 4 this time of this my series. Just a quick reminder, maybe the last reminder. There's going to be albums, obviously, that I love, that I could maybe make the argument that are some of my favorite albums of all times. And the album that I'm gonna talk about today is Dirt by Alice in Chains. One of the maybe it's redundant to say one of my favorite albums of all time. I think a lot of people really love this album. A little bit of history with Alice in Chains. I got into Alice in Chains right from almost from the start in 1990. I got Dirt came out in 92, but I got Facelift, their debut album, in 1990, and I loved it. They were pretty new. Sorry, not new back then. That style was new. They didn't sound like a traditional metal band. They weren't a thrash band. They were definitely heavy. But Alice in Chains really made a mark. I will say, I always hated the name Alice in Chains. I thought it was a really bad name for a band. I guess like a play on Alice in Wonderland, Alice in Chains, and then later I found out that it was Alice N, the letter N, if I put it on the camera like this, in chains, like Guns N' Roses, Alice in Chains. So I never liked the name, but man, I love this band. I've kind of forgotten about them over the years. At least their more recent stuff. That's why I can't really go through their discography. But I loved Facelift from the first time I heard it. I did see them live only twice. I saw them on the like a lot of people, the Clash of the Titans tour with Slayer, Anthrax, and Megadeth, and Alice in Chains there was 3 of the tour, 3 of the 4 of the big 4, and Alice in Chains was opening that tour, and they were excellent. And then I saw them again. That was in 1991, I think, and then I saw them in '93 on Lollapalooza. I'm not sure if they ever had a real reputation as being a great live band. Not that they couldn't play, they were just not as, I'm not sure, even though they were a big band, they never were like a big arena band. I'm not sure. But that doesn't matter, I'm here only to talk about Dirt. And here it is here. I'll hold it up here for the camera. There it is, Dirt. Oh my God, I do love this album. This was, this came out in 1992. This was, what else came out in 92? By 92, music, at least the music that I was listening to, was kind of in a weird stage or a weird phase. Metal was kind of going out, and you had this alternative or grunge or 90s alt rock, whatever you call it. I always considered Alice in Chains nothing less than a metal band. I'm sure, I would think a lot of people agree with that, but you know, grunge was the cool thing at the time. To me, grunge is one of the worst names for a style of music ever. Grunge to me was more about the look, not so much the music. But I'm all over the place already. But to me, Alice in Chains was a metal band. Facelift was a metal album. Dirt is a metal album. There's no reason, for a lot of people that like Dirt, there's no reason really why they should like it. They maybe liked kind of what was in at the time. But Alice in Chains, they had long hair. They played heavy, aggressive music, although I'll talk about this beautiful music too. Anyway, I'm going to talk about Dirt. What an amazing album, track by track. I'll go through this. This was, I can say now, this the inside of this, a little brief, not full nudity, was, let me show this again. This sun thing was the inspiration for this tattoo. That's all you're gonna get. Don't ask for more. So I changed obviously the face. This was in 92 or 93. I got this tattoo. But this album is maybe the darkest album ever. Not the heaviest album ever. Not even close to being the heaviest album ever. But very dark. It's not like Slayer. Slayer was evil. Slayer was writing about, Satan and anti-religion and war. And it was very heavy, but Alice in Chains was just really, really dark. Not just the lyrics, but the music. It was a very, this Alice, I would say Facelift. And to me, Facelift and Dirt are really, you could combine them into one giant, glorious album. Because to me, they sound the same. They have the same style, same style of lyrics. The music was very similar. Facelift was first, but I do like Dirt a little bit more. And very, very dark, what else can I say? Solemn? I don't know if that's the word to use for this album. But just the tone of it was very dark. I guess these guys were doing a lot of drugs back then, and maybe weren't the happiest of people, or at least that was the way they came across. And the music and the lyrics really reflected that. Very dark tone overall. Going through this track by track, Them Bones, gonna end up a big old pile of them bones. Damn That River, to me was a remake, and I mean this in a good way, of We Die Young, which We Die Young. Why did I say We Die Young? We Die Young, which was the first song on Facelift, the first album. A little bit more up-tempo. Alice in Chains songs were a little bit on the slow side. And of course, I mean that in a good way. One of my, maybe I could say, top 10 albums ever. But their songs were a little bit slower. But Damn That River was a real headbanger, that one. Rain When I Die, possibly my favorite song on this album. Maybe even one of my favorite Alice in Chains. Not maybe, it is for sure one of my favorite Alice in Chains songs ever. It's that's a longer song. I think it's 6 or 7 minutes. Longer, slower, very kind of a droney song. And the lyrics are very dark. Is she ready to know my frustration? What she's slipping inside? Slow castration. Sick man, sick man, sick man, sick man. You can see where they're going with these lyrics and these song titles. Rooster was a relatively big hit from this album. They had a video for it, and it was about Jerry Cantrell's father going to war. I guess his father's nickname was Rooster in the Vietnam War. That's for sure the most known song from this album. There are a few. Junkhead, another drug song. That was I'm gonna have to look at the lyrics, because I sometimes confused Junkhead with Godsmack. They're both drug song. What is Junkhead? Good Night, the best in a long time. A new friend turned me on to an old favorite. Nothing better than a dealer who's high. Be high, convince them to buy. What's my drug of choice? Well, what have you got? Very, very dark, disturbing lyrics. But amazingly, this for me, this album always made me feel good. It was a very beautiful album. It reminds me a little bit of, I talked, I think in the last video I did about Faith No More, King's Hope, Faith No More. That's twice I've done this. King's X, Faith, Hope, Love. That I said it was a beautiful album, and this is a beautiful album too, despite how dark lyrically it was and tonally it was. It made me feel very positive. Maybe because I was happy that I wasn't these guys, either as personally as them or people they were writing about in the songs, which I think was them. I think this album was maybe a little bit autobiographical. So let me go in order. Junkhead, what came after Junkhead? Oh, sorry, that was, I did it. That was Junkhead. Dirt, let me talk about Dirt, the title track. No, I take back what I said about Rain When I Die being my favorite song. Dirt is my favorite song on this album, and probably also the darkest, dirtiest, without trying to make a pun there. Oh my God, what a disturbing song that is. Yeah, I have never felt such. I have never felt such frustration or lack of self-control. I want you to kill me and dig me under. I want to live no more. And the second verse, I want to taste dirty. A stinging pistol in my mouth, on my tongue. I want you to scrape me from the floor. What comes after that? I want you to scrape me from the walls and go crazy like you've made me. I've tried to hide myself from what is wrong for me. Just a, one of these songs similar to Pantera and Vulgar Display of Power. You wonder what was wrong with these guys back then. So yeah, I would say Dirt is not just my favorite song from this album, but my favorite, probably my favorite Alice in Chains songs. And not, I think that the music suited the, Jerry Cantrell, who's the main songwriter, was very good at matching music. I think music, I don't know if I can explain this properly, matching music with lyrics. The lyrics, the music in terms of tone, I think were just as dark as the lyrics. I don't know if I'm making sense or I'm going in circles, but Dirt, I would say, is the best example of that. And then Godsmack. Yeah, Godsmack, Sick Man, Junkin, and Godsmack, I think are all drug songs. Godsmack, not the shitty band Godsmack. I never liked that band at all. And I know they took their name from the Alice in Chains song. What a weird song. It had the guitar intro. Dun, 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 dun. Care not for the man who wander. Very strange vocal delivery by Lane Staley. And I will say, Lane Staley is also I consider one of my favorite singers ever. He had an amazing voice, perfect for Alice in Chains music, especially then combined with Jerry Cantrell's voice. Similar to, I talked about this, I think I hope I talked about when I did the Saigon Kick discography. It reminded me of, or Saigon Kick, Matt Kramer and Jason Bieler. The way that their voices went together reminded me of Jerry Cantrell and Lane Staley. Where was I? Godsmack. Yeah, Care Not for the Man Who Wonder. Straw That Broke Your Back, You're Under. Strange vocal delivery, but amazing song, as is every song on this one. What was after that? I Hate to Feel, and Angry Chair, a couple of Lane Staley songs. I think he maybe played guitar on those two. I know he did live. I think he did live. And yeah, where are the lyrics for this one? What songs was I talking about? I apologize, I'm totally lost here. Hate to Feel and Angry Chair. I hate to feel what's gone wrong, I can't see straight. Down Too Long, So Full of Hate. What the fuck will it take? Drown Myself in a Way. Very, very heavy song, that one too. Angry Chair was, I really liked Angry Chair too. I think they did a video for that one, I'm not sure. But every song, I feel like I'm dropping the ball on this album, but man, I love it, obviously. Down in a Hole, a little bit different. That was not a ballad at all. Alice in Chains didn't really do ballads, but Down in a Hole was a little bit quiet for Alice in Chains. Acoustic guitar on that one. And the last song on this album is Wood, which was a tribute to Andy Wood or Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone, who had died. I guess at this point, Wood was actually on the Singles soundtrack, which came out. This came out in '92. I think the Singles soundtrack came out a year before, maybe around '91, and Wood was on there, but they included on here a little tribute to Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone. So this one, it's and I got this. Did I write the date as I used to write the date on these? I guess it's here, but written in black, or the lyric sheet is in black. So I guess, but I got this probably the day it came out. This was a highly anticipated album for me. I was very excited. I was a huge Alice in Chains fan by that point. They'd done Facelift and Sap, which was the EP, the acoustic EP that came out before that, which I loved. And so Dirt, this came out in '92 along with Saigon Kick, The Lizard, and Faith No More, Angel Dust, and a little stupid thing that nobody cares about, but as I've said before, you remember stupid things. I got a 5-disc CD changer, a Magnavox CD changer in 1992. And I think the first 5 discs that I put in there, it was Vulgar Display of Power, Pantera, Angel Dust, Faith No More, The Lizard, Saigon Kick, Alice in Chains, Dirt, and I can't remember what else, but those are my big four albums of '92. Dirt is, I don't know if it's, those are four amazing albums. Dirt could be the top one of those four. I'm not sure. But in any case, Alice in Chains, Dirt, I love this album.